Hi, and welcome to Crypto Crazy. I'm Cal, and today I'm going to talk to you about a new coin that's called BSCView, and that stands for Binance Smart Chain View. So that is the first coin that's IDO'd on Binance's BSCPad, and it's available on Pancakeswap. So it's just been released, and it's trading at just over 43 cents. When it was sold in the IDO on the BSCPad, you could get 45.45 for $1. So that's just over 2.2. So it's increased a great deal since those days just a few days ago. So what does it actually do? So it's very much about allowing you more trading analytical tools for coins that are on Binance's Binance Smart Chain. So as you can see from here, is very much the similar sort of view that you would get from Binance. Binance have a lot of trading and analytical tools, but this goes beyond that, and it's very much focused on the Binance Smart Chain. So you can monitor, you can analyze, you can search. It says you gain an edge over what other people would be doing with the very basic tools. They don't go into a great amount of detail as to what exactly they have in terms of analytical tools, because they are very much in their early days, and I'll get into that in a moment. So they're very much about being better informed and to be able to make quick decisions when it comes to those coins. So here's something that I think is quite good, the hot list. So very much getting onto these new projects, being able to have a bit more information that's usually out there. And I think that's always key, to have as much information as possible, because that always allows you to make better informed decisions. So here they talk about working with BSCPad as well, where they'll have more projects coming on there as well. They have all of these new projects that will be coming on, and so they'll be able to get better insight into those. And here they talk about they'll have these features of all these charts. Now, I say that they don't have much detail exactly as to how they will be analyzing it, because when you have a look at their roadmap, it is very early days. So Q1, they're talking about still just looking at the research and development. They're looking at what the user experience design will be like. They're still building out their team. So if you think that they will be doing all of these things that they have planned and they'll be doing it very well, then I think you're getting into a project quite early, and one which would add a lot of value. So just having a look at what coins they actually even have on the Binance Smart Chain, they have quite a few here. As you go down, you'll recognize some of the big ones, some smaller ones as well, and it keeps on going. I've got down to like 60, 70 here, and you can see that a lot of these also are quite new. So I think this will continue to grow, and more will be built out. So just going back to the roadmap, they're talking about the hot list coming up soon, the Pool Explorer, integrating more so with the BSCPad, and then later on in the year, they have more features as well. So just having a look at the community, they have presence on where you would expect them to have. So they have very engaged community on Twitter, which I think is always good. And I think just having a look at when they talk about launching on the BSCPad, I think there's just some great features that they mention here as well, where they're talking about it's going to have very good user interface. You'll be able to use it on your mobile. You'll be able to go into more details with pair explorers, pool explorers, just telling you a bit more in terms of what those pairs that you're looking at actually do have underlying. So I think overall it's very, very good. I think in terms of what they have planned, I think it's going to be quite exciting. I think one thing that's also quite key, it's a part of the infrastructure. So by that I mean when Binance Binance Coin was released, let's say, what was it, sort of 2017. I remember talking about the fact that it's a part of the infrastructure. It's required when people are buying, when they're selling. It provides cheaper fees as well, and as a result, you're able to use that. So then at the time, the coin was just over $1, and it's pretty much gone up to over $250. And obviously it's grown a lot. And I think this is part of that same infrastructure on a smaller scale. So Binance, not only do they have their launch pool, now they've got the BSCPad as well. And if I just have a look at that too, so here it's talking about the BSCPad token. So they've actually got their own token. And again, I think this is separate from the project that I'm talking about, BSCView, but I think it's worth mentioning because this is the first IDO using BSCPad, but I think that coin in itself will go up a great deal. So this is the coin, BSCPad. This is just after the first project. This is what it's valued at. And as you can see from down here, it's relatively new from this month, and it's gone up a bit, it's gone down a bit. But I think as the projects do begin to come on to this, it will very much grow. And here it talks about the BSCPad and how it interacts with the Binance Smart Chain and how that's been growing as well, how they've got a good team. And I think one thing to mention about this coin, BSCView, coming back to that, is that BSCPad would have done, and Binance would have done, a lot of research to make sure that this coin is legit, it's good, it's got a decent team, it's got its stuff together. And by that I mean they do a lot of work for those coins that want to go through their launch pool. I know that already. So they certainly will be doing the same thing for the coins that go through their BSCPad. So there you have it. That's BSCView. Like I said, it's very much the analytical tools, trading tools for those coins that are on the Binance Smart Chain. I think it's very early days at the moment. Yes, it's gone up a considerable amount in terms of what it was if you did get into it during the IDO. And if that's something that you're interested in as well, IDOs, ICOs, IEOs, I can bring more videos about that too. There was another one recently, My Neighbor Alice, which was ICO'd about 6 weeks ago for just over 12 cents, 12.5 cents. It did have a cap of around about $500. However, 6 weeks later, when it was released at the beginning of this week, it shot up to, I think, the highest at $36. So that's over 200x during that time. So there can be some value if you can pick up on these good coins beforehand. But just coming back to the market value here, it's at around about 4.9 at the moment. Like I said, it was 20x lower when this was in the IDO of 2.2 cents. I think it can grow a great deal. And it's not going to be one of those massive coins because that's more about the really big one. But as a tool, I think this could easily 10x from here. It could even more if it's really adding value to people to be able to trade and to increase their profits through analyzing those coins. Then it's gonna be more valuable. And I think also these type of projects do take a bit of time to build out as well, especially when they are quite complex and they are quite detailed. So I think it's definitely a good coin. It certainly speaks to me as well because, like I always say, the more information that you have, the better informed you are to make your decisions. And when you do have a coin that is doing those type of things and it's part of the infrastructure too, then those certainly do tend to stick around and people do like to buy them. So there you have it. That's BSCView. I've been Cal. This is Crypto Crazy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.